Hey everyone, you're listening to On My Watchlist, a podcast about everything TV and film. I'm Colette.
And I'm Sarah. We'll tell you what we're watching and what you should be watching.
Hey guys, welcome back. We are here for episode 2, and we are going to talk Christmas movies. 'Tis the season for a Christmas movie marathon. So we are going to talk about our favorite Christmas movies, our least favorite Christmas movies, and we have a couple controversial topics to talk about, controversial opinions maybe. So we're going to do that in a minute. I do want to say a disclaimer. This is the second time that we've recorded this episode. We recorded earlier this week and it just didn't record.
Zoom hates us.
Yeah, disappeared. So we are taking a second chance at this, and we're hoping that it works. So,
but we are still trying to keep it fresh. So we've added a few different things. So there'll be some surprises. Hopefully.
Exactly. Yeah. So let's get into it. We're going to start with our watch list, what we're watching and what we want to watch. So Colette, why don't you start us off with, what are you watching right now? What are you watching that's different from the last time we talked?
Different from the last time we talked, I actually just started The Witcher on Netflix with Henry Cavill.
I'm surprised you weren't already watching that.
Okay, so here's the deal. When it first came out, I tried watching it.
Mm-hmm.
And
how far did you get in?
I got about 20 minutes and I was like, I don't think I can do this.
I think I got 5 minutes. And
really?
I was like, yeah, I don't know. It doesn't something like right off the bat, right, just like really like far-fetched happen.
You know what it reminded me of? The first episode of Game of Thrones. I was not fully invested.
Oh, I was
in Game of Thrones on the first episode. I had to keep watching. But this one, after episode 1 ends, you're like, oh, damn it. Now I gotta watch the second one.
That was Game of Thrones.
That was Game of Thrones. As the way it ended, it made you want to watch the next one.
And Game of Thrones has a way of doing that. But I was hooked over, the cold open. They call any scene that happens before the credits, the opening credits, is called a cold open. I'm not telling you that, Colette. I'm just telling our audience who's not in TV that doesn't know. So
anything worked in TV for years.
So anything that happens before the main title of a show is called the cold open. I was hooked. I was like,
on Game of Thrones,
zombies. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I was into it.
I was into it, but it was very like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this. It like wasn't enough for me. Just like The Witcher. When The Witcher first starts, I'm like, I don't know about this.
Nah.
But then once it got into the story, because I'm more story than like fight, kill,
I kind of am too.
So once it got into the full story, I really liked it and I couldn't stop watching it. And I have to be up at 6:30 in the morning, and I stood up till like 2 a.m. watching it. So that was nice.
Wow. I did that recently with, what was I watching that I stayed up super late? It was the newest season. Oh, do you watch The Great on Hulu?
No, I need to.
It
has been on my watch list forever.
I'm telling everyone here to watch it. It is so funny.
Nicholas Hoult.
Is so clever. Yes, Nicholas Hoult and Elle Fanning are brilliant. It is. It's about Catherine the Great and her rise to power. I feel like we didn't talk about this in our last episode.
No, I think we just mentioned it. And that was about it.
Or that, or you and I have talked about it before. But anyway,
sometimes we talk about so many movies and TV shows.
We do. It's about Catherine the Great and her rise to power, which sounds super boring. Catherine the Great was a Russian queen, by the way, and her rise to power. But they do it it's so funny. It's very crass. And there's nudity in it, and there's a lot of talk about like sex and stuff, but it's so, oh my God, the humor is just right up my alley. It is so funny. But when season 2 just came out, I stayed up all night.
Really?
Binging it. Yeah, it's so good.
Okay. I'm gonna have to give it a chance. It's been on my list, it's on my queue, and I don't know why. I feel like I have to be in a mood for that one, because it seems like one of those where it's like that funny Victorian type show, and I just need to be in a mood for it.
Yeah,
so kind of quirky. It kind of got like that millennial humor to it.
So funny. It's so funny when I think about it. It's so funny. Okay, cool. What else is on your watching list?
So I actually watched something that I mentioned in our last video, which was Single All the Way on Netflix as well. It's a cute little Christmas movie on Netflix where this guy
Oh,
doesn't
okay.
he hates being single when he goes home. So he asks his best friend to be
Oh,
his
fresh.
his date, and they were gonna fake date, and they get there and the mom already set him up with her yoga instructor.
Oh,
And
wow.
it just all derails from there. And it's so cute, so adorable. Highly recommend.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and Jennifer Coolidge is in it. That's all you need.
Oh, I love Jennifer Coolidge.
And like throughout the whole movie, she's trying to put on this Christmas play, and everything is just
Oh,
she's just so over the top. It makes
mhm.
it that much better.
Nice.
It's a
Nice.
it's a dumb fun movie, and I like that kind of relief after a stressful day.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Nice. Okay. Anything else you want to mention or you
Uh,
want me to go?
oh, I think it's all you now.
Okay. I am watching. So the 15th season of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia started 2 weeks ago. So I'm watching that right now. Hilarious. That show
Mm,
never gets old. Um, you have to have a certain type of humor to like it. It's satire. So when you watch it and you're like, this is just a show about people who are jerks. Yeah, it is, but it's satire of how bad people can be and how
right.
horrible people are. So it's really funny. 15 seasons, so long, super funny.
I mean, that
Um,
show's been on forever, and I still haven't watched it, so I need to.
it's certain type of humor kind of
I like
to
that kind of
really
humor,
enjoy
though.
it.
I just like
It's
having it's
yeah,
a commitment.
yeah. It is kind of one of those shows that you could pick it up anywhere and you catch on really quick. There's not a whole lot of like each episode, there's not a lot of like storylines.
Mm,
There's a lot of there are callbacks, but you pick up things really quickly.
okay.
Like character development and stuff. And yeah, so you could probably just pull up a random episode and start watching it from they also have a podcast. The three creators of the show, who are also the three main actors, they have a podcast, the It's Always Sunny podcast. Hilarious. Whether you watch the show or not, these three guys are hilarious to listen to. So give it a try if you like podcasts. It cracks me up on my way to work. They're so funny. And they kind of barely talk about the show, but it's still really funny. CSI Vegas. I'm watching that. It is a revamped version
It's
of the
back.
original CSI, which took place in Las Vegas, which my family was huge. We loved it. So I'm watching that.
Really, I never
Um,
watched CSI for some reason.
I don't judge people for not watching it. It's just one of those things that, there's people who are like
Hmm.
addicted to like Law and Order and
I know they
in
filmed some stuff in Las Vegas too, but it
NCIS.
always makes me
Not
laugh.
much. Not much.
Oh, yeah,
They
it makes me laugh when they have the green screen and they're in the hotel rooms and you could tell it's green screen because you're
oh,
like,
like
that
the window.
casino's not there.
The window.
Yeah.
Well, the casinos that they use for like main story plots, they're all made up. And they're
Yeah.
so funny. Like one of the main casinos is called the Sphere.
Yeah.
People die in the Sphere all
Well,
the time.
actually,
And then there's
fun fact, it's because the strip has a copyright on it.
not surprised there.
Yeah. And that's why in that episode of What If on Disney Plus, there's a copyright on it. Cartoonists cannot draw the Las Vegas strip.
Well, you know what? That makes sense because when they do on the ground tourists walking around, it's
Mhm.
always on Fremont Street.
Yeah, because that's the only one that they could really get clearance for.
So they have aerials of the strip,
Mhm.
lots of aerials, beauty shots. It's all beauty
Always,
shots.
yeah.
But if a crime happens, it's always in a back alley off the strip. Yeah. And it's always Fremont Street. If they have something happen within tourists, it's on Fremont Street.
Yep.
Which if you've never lived in Vegas and you're not from there or anything like that, most people don't know this. The Las Vegas Strip is not in the city of Las Vegas. It's its own incorporated area. And that's
Mhm.
from like how long is the strip? Is it 8 miles, 3 miles?
I want to say it's 8 miles.
So it's basically from the stratosphere all the way down to Mandalay Bay is the strip. And that is not a part of the city of Las Vegas. It's an area called Paradise Las Vegas. Or not Paradise Las Vegas, Paradise, Nevada.
Paradise, Nevada, yeah. There's
Yeah.
actually a movie called Paradise that actually gets into that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it has Octavia Spencer, and I'm pretty sure Julianne Hough is in it.
Oh, nice.
It is a weird movie. I watched it and I was like, this is an odd movie, but it's not terrible.
Is it about Las Vegas or
Yeah,
the
I think she
Strip?
comes to Las Vegas. I haven't watched it in so long. I forgot the plot, but I just was like, is that Julianne Hough?
Okay, talking about movies that are about um that area, La La Land. How she's from Boulder City and
Yeah, and
she
they never go to
lives.
Boulder City.
Yeah, well, she's from Boulder City and she lives in the house across the street from the library. When that
Yeah.
movie came out, I went on Google Maps to see what the
Uh-huh.
houses across from the library look like, and it's
Not that.
not obvious. It's not obvious. The house across from the library, and
Yeah,
I think there's more than one. So I'm like, what library?
that's so funny. As soon as she said that too, I was like, oh, okay.
It's
That's
so
very
random from
so
Boulder City.
random. Boulder, that's like saying Henderson.
That's even more random than saying Henderson.
It is kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think
So
like people would really know off the top of their head like what Boulder City is. I could be wrong.
it's really pretty.
It is really pretty.
It's very pretty. It's very green over there because it's like right on the lake.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of like nice houses over there. It's like, would you say it's a retirement area kind of?
I think so. I think there's a lot of older people that live down there and because it's
You
it's
go
like
through
you don't have to deal with the strip and like tourists over there. So I think
No, you don't. And
it's
if
where
you're
people
going
go where they don't want to deal with that.
if you're going from Las Vegas to the Hoover Dam, you have to go through Boulder City.
Hmm. There's like a lot of fun little shops down there too.
There are a lot of fun little shops. So
For
anyways,
like antiquing.
if you come to Las Vegas,
Go
or
to
if I say
Boulder City.
go to Boulder City, it's like I don't know how far a drive it is.
They just got a free
20,
ad from us.
20 minutes, Boulder City.
Boulder City. It's where you need to
It's
go.
nice. It's really
It
nice.
is really
you know?
nice. It's super cute.
And if you're going to Las Vegas and you want to know where to not go, do not go east of the strip. Don't go there.
Do not go east of the strip.
Don't
100%.
don't go east of the strip. If you're wanting to get off the strip and go somewhere, go west. But like far west. And that's,
Yeah.
So anyways, Las Vegas people. I don't even live there anymore, but
That's the funny part.
yeah. So anyways, so I'm watching CSI Vegas. It cracks me up when they do like locations. Okay, so that we'll get off this topic, but in the early seasons of it on CSI, like the regular CSI,
Like the first one.
yes. So
Okay.
in the earlier seasons, you're gonna you're gonna laugh at this. There was I guess they're like investigating a gang or something like that. Guess what they're called?
What?
They're called the D Street Killers.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
Oh no.
That's another known thing in Las Vegas is you don't go to the alphabets,
Never go to alphabets.
which are the streets that are named in the alphabets.
You know what I always think of whenever I hear that? It's a movie not a lot of people have seen. It's called 200 Cigarettes, and everybody you can think of is in this movie.
Is it in
Um,
Las Vegas too?
No, it's in New York, but
Oh,
there's a line in it where Christina Ricci and her friend, whose name I cannot remember at this moment, uh, they're walking down an alley and they're like, oh no, we got to B. You know, we're not supposed to go on streets that are alphabet letters, like alphabet letters and numbers you stay away from.
yeah. I think there was another episode of the original CSI where these girls, the cold open starts with these two waspy college age girls.
Mm.
It was like on Halloween and they're like walking to find some party or something like that. And they're in the quote, the alphabets, and they're spoiler alert, one dies.
Really? I didn't think
Yeah.
it would be for CSI.
Yeah. In the alphabets. So don't go to the alphabets. Don't go to East Las Vegas. Anyways, Las Vegas.
Please come here.
Go there. Okay, I'm gonna move on from that. I'm rewatching a couple things as well.
Ooh.
Peaky Blinders.
Haven't started it. Need to.
That show's very good too. It's
Okay.
very, very dark.
Okay.
And a lot of violence in that. But there's supposed I don't know if it's in 2022, but the 6th and possibly final season is coming out soon. They just wrapped filming. And so I don't know if it airs this year or next year. But it's really good. Cillian Murphy is gorgeous in it.
Yeah, I love him.
I'm curious as how they're going to end because you know who else is in it?
Hmm.
Helen McCroy. who played Narcissa Malfoy, and she died this year.
Mhm.
So I'm
I
wondering.
forgot she's in that show. Okay.
Yeah, she's one of the main characters. So I'm
Yeah.
wondering how they're going
Because
to
I
handle
remember they
that.
were posting, like a whole bunch of people from the show were posting. And
Yeah, she plays the
Yeah.
matriarch of the family in the show.
I wonder if they'll just recast her and not say anything.
No way. There's no way. That show's
Okay.
been on for 5 seasons, and she is like a main character.
Okay.
No way. She plays a huge role in the show. They'll probably just have her die, and it'll be like an off screen.
Mm.
She got sick and died or something like that. I don't know.
Oh, damn.
They could totally play it in there. But yeah, that show's really good, really violent, but super good. So that's what I'm watching. I will tell. I forgot. I watched several things since we last talked. One, Dear Evan Hansen.
Yes.
And we already had the conversation about the whole thing, so I will just say I didn't mind it. Didn't mind it a whole lot.
It's not bad.
It's not bad.
It's not bad. He, like I said this before, he was the victim of a terrible wig and bad lighting and horrible makeup.
And
did
his
him
co-star was just way too babyface.
Yeah, his co-star looks like a baby.
Like because here's what I'm wondering too. So it's Evan's senior year,
mhm.
and it's Connor's senior year. Is it Zoe's senior year? Are Connor and Zoe twins, or
That's
she
a
younger?
good question. I
could
remember.
not figure that out, because I feel like at the end of the movie they talk about graduating, getting out of school. So I'm like, because they play it off like that's her big brother.
They do.
But they're in the same grade. Did she skip grades? Did he get held back? They don't talk about it. So
we don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Other than that, I thought it was pretty good. I mean, I've said it once, I've said it before. I'm gonna keep saying it. It always helps to have somebody who knows musical theater behind a camera.
And that didn't happen.
You could tell there was no musicality in that movie.
Yeah. It was no
it was like, here, let me stand here and sing.
Yeah. Oh, but you know what? I really liked Sincerely Me. I thought that was
fun. But
I really like that song.
That was the only number that had movement.
It was.
That's why.
And that song has a lot of cuts to different things, and it works for a movie.
It does.
Right. It makes it so much easier.
You know which one I was really upset they cut was Good For You, but the band plays it in the background.
I was kind of sad that they cut Does Anybody Have a Map, but I don't know if that would have been a good start to the movie. I think they could have put it in somewhere.
Do you know which one I'm happy they cut? That one about the glove.
I don't remember that song.
The one that Dad sings, and I was like, that can go. That is the only song that
about the baseball glove. Yeah.
Nobody likes that song. Name one person that likes that song. That is where they did us a service.
I watched, this was on both of our watch lists, but you haven't watched it yet. I watched The Eyes of Tammy Faye.
Yep.
For Andrew Garfield. But Jessica Chastain does a really good job of that, and she got nominated for a Golden Globe.
Yep.
And I thought she did a great job. I had a huge problem with one thing in that movie, and that was the prosthetics. Why they needed prosthetics on Andrew Garfield, I don't know. But both he and Jessica Chastain had these like chubby cheek prosthetics. I don't know why, because Andrew Garfield's character is already, he's skinny. They didn't put padding on him anywhere, but he's got these like weird chubby cheeks, like allergic reaction cheeks. And it bothered me. And I even looked up real pictures of the real Jim Baker. He didn't really have these. I mean, he kind of did, but not like this. It was really bad. But overall, it was an entertaining movie. Here's
the real question: does he cry in it?
Yes, he does.
Okay, that's all that matters.
Sold.
Instant watch.
Speaking of crying, speaking of Andrew Garfield, I watched Hacksaw Ridge.
Yes,
very good movie. Recommend it. It's a war movie. Super good. Real quick, my watch list that I want to watch: The Last Duel, and then the show Midnight Mass. Netflix. It's been out for a little bit. I really want to watch that. I haven't gotten in the mood.
Same. Plus it's like not Halloween anymore, so I kind of feel
well, you know what? When we get to it, I'm gonna let you know about a movie that you could watch between
all
Halloween
year round.
All year, pretty much all year round. So yeah, I'm gonna pass it to you for what is on your watch list that you want to watch.
My watch list. This has been out for a while, still haven't watched it because it looks a little dumb, but I need to be in a mood for it. Red Notice on Netflix.
Okay.
I haven't brought myself to watch it yet. I know it's probably gonna be dumb fun, and I'm okay with that. But I don't know. I love Gal Gadot, love Ryan Reynolds, love The Rock. Just haven't been able to
Yeah,
watch it.
it looks like it's hard for me to explain, but there are
Mhm.
certain kind of action movies that I'm not that interested in, and it looks like one of those.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this is like
But it's
Terminator,
hard for me because I really want to
Fast and
give
the
it a chance.
Furious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just like
Okay, the first like two Fast and the Furiouses were great. Love it. After that, oh man,
yeah, I don't know.
not fun.
That's Independence Day. We talked, I can't remember. I listed off when we did recording number one of this. And I can't even remember. Rambo, I don't like Rambo.
Yeah, no.
Alien and Aliens. I don't know, guys. It's
I'm not big
just
on it.
I'm just I don't know. I like
Yeah,
action, but not that
not
kind.
that
So
kind.
yeah. So
Yeah.
anyways, anything what else you got?
For right, everything else we talked about that was new. So and the ones that I wanted to watch, I ended up watching
Nice. Nice.
since our
I
last
didn't
talk.
I
You
have
know what I
not watched
actually
any of those.
haven't watched, and I feel like I need to, or like the Netflix Marvel shows. Like I've only watched Jessica Jones. I need to watch Daredevil.
Oh yeah.
Like,
And then Punisher.
mm-hmm. Yeah,
And
those have been
then
on my watch list for a while. I don't know why. I think it's
I don't watch a
because,
lot of Marvel TV.
yeah, I think it wasn't, they
Like I
weren't
didn't watch
part of the
Agents of
MCU,
Shield.
so I didn't care. But like, I feel like I need
Agents
to
of
watch
Shield
them.
was. Agents of Shield
Agents
was.
of Shield still isn't technically canon though. Like Kevin
Oh.
Feige is like, no, I don't recognize that. But I
Okay.
did like Agents of Shield.
I've for the most part enjoyed Disney Plus's Marvel stuff. Except Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I didn't like it.
Really?
Didn't like it. Not a fan.
Do you want to know? I had an interesting conversation with a mutual friend of ours, because I put Loki last on my favorites.
Really, that's
Yeah,
interesting. I thought you'd be a big Loki fan.
I did too. Do you want to know why really quick? Or should we save it for our Marvel show?
Let's save it actually for year in review because all of the Marvel Disney Plus stuff came out this year. Next episode, we're doing 2021 a year in review.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about it there because I do want to rank
Yeah, so that's a
where
tease.
we.
So why I didn't like Loki? Well, not that I didn't like it, not that it didn't rank very high for me.
So
We will rank.
we're gonna rank them.
Gonna rank them.
Well, I'm gonna let you know that Falcon and the Winter Soldier is at the bottom of my list.
Well,
I just didn't
spoiler
there for it.
alert. It's at
Wasn't
the
there for it.
bottom.
But anyways, we'll talk about that later. So we are going to take a quick break. I'm going to get a drink of water. I'm going to shut my dogs up and then we'll be back and we will start talking about our favorite Christmas movies. So we'll be right back.
Yes. All right, we're back. And now we're finally going to talk about Christmas movies.
Yay.
Now, Sarah, I have a lot because I do love
You do.
Christmas.
She's a Christmas
I do.
fan.
I am a big Christmas fan. I know you do not have a lot. So should we get to yours first?
Yeah, I will say that it's not that I'm not a Christmas movie fan, but I watch Christmas movies in December. That's it. That's it. I don't really watch them all throughout the year. My mother is really big into that, and we'll get into that more. But for me, it's December. After I think once I get past Thanksgiving, then I'm like, okay, it's Christmas time.
Okay.
So yeah, sure. My
Respect
favorite,
it.
yeah, thank you.
Mhm.
I did add a couple since we did recording number one because afterward I was like, oh, we should have talked about those.
Okay.
So we'll just do the ones we did talk about before. My favorite Christmas movie is Christmas Vacation.
Of course.
I love a good vacation movie.
Love it.
My favorite vacation movie is Vegas
Vegas.
Vacation.
Put $1 in, get a car. Put $1 in, get a car.
So funny. Everything Cousin Eddie says is hilarious. And last time we talked, last time recording number one, which of course you guys didn't get to hear, we talked about him at the buffet.
Yeah.
Give me some of the yellow.
And don't get cheap on me.
Yeah. But I thought about this afterward. My other favorite line is when they're trying to get Clark more money to go back to the casino. And he's like, Eddie, why do you have all this money buried in your yard? And he goes, well, Clark, I'm saving it for a rainy day. We don't get many of them out here in the desert. So random. It's so
I
funny.
love it.
That
I
movie's a
love it.
classic. Love a good vacation movie. Have you seen the new Vacation with Ed Helms?
I haven't been able to get through it.
It's not,
It's not the same.
well, it's not the same because the humor's different now.
Yeah, I don't
Uh,
like the new humor. I gotta be honest. Like it's a little cheesy to me and not in a good way.
I liked it. I thought it was
Mm.
funny. It was very Ed Helms.
Okay.
I think Ed Helms is a good, because this is not a remake at all. It's a continuation.
Right.
You know,
Because
Ed
he's
is
Rusty, right?
he's Rusty Griswold taking
Yeah.
his family. Yeah. And so Clark and I can't remember his wife's name. They're in the movie.
Isn't that funny? I can never remember his wife's name either.
Yeah, even when I think about it now, I can't think of
Yeah.
her name.
And,
Why
and
can't I think
doesn't
of her
she
name?
change like in every movie? It's a
No,
different.
that's the kids.
Okay,
It's
the
always
kids
the same
change.
actress.
Okay.
So Christmas Vacation, my
Christmas
favorite. So
Vacation.
many funny quotes. My second favorite Christmas movie is The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yes.
I have a love for Tim Burton, and it goes back to my childhood. My parents really liked the movie Beetlejuice. My parents also really liked Edward Scissorhands.
Mm-hmm.
And so anytime it was on TV, because it was always on like TBS, we would watch it. And so and they really liked the Batmans, the Michael Keaton Batmans. So we'd watch it. And so then I just grew this love for Tim Burton so much. My favorite movie of all time is a movie called Big Fish, and it's a Tim Burton movie. It is so
Great
good,
movie.
starring Ewan McGregor. There's actually a lot of famous people in it,
Yeah.
but Ewan McGregor is the main character, and it's so good. It's such a good movie. That's my comfort movie when I'm yeah. So Nightmare Before Christmas, I think it's a movie you can watch from September to January, and honestly, I think you could watch it all year round. I think you could watch
Probably
it from
could.
September. And I say September because that's when a lot of people like to start celebrating their Halloween.
Yeah. It gets
To-
earlier and earlier.
I think you could watch it from September to Easter. You know why? Because the Easter Bunny's in it.
That is true. The Easter Bunny is in it.
Yeah.
You could get away with it.
And when they're in the forest looking at all the holiday doors, there's a Thanksgiving door. So
See? There you
There you go.
go.
So
You've
anyways.
made your case.
I made my case for that. I think people argue whether it's Christmas or Halloween. Guys, it's both. It's obviously
Why
both.
not both? It's like that commercial. Why not both?
Yeah. So yeah, that one's my next favorite. This movie I really like. It came out on Disney Plus last year, starring Anna Kendrick. It's called Noel.
Yes.
So cute.
Justice for Noel. Nobody talks about it.
It's so cute.
It's so
guys.
cute. And
She's-
and the little reindeer.
Yes.
So cute.
Anna Kendrick and Bill Hader play the children of Santa Claus. Bill Hader is Nick, whatever. I don't know if he has like a third or what his generation is, but his name's Nick.
Yep.
He's going to be the next Santa Claus. And the plot is basically he doesn't want to be Santa Claus. So he runs away from the North Pole. And so Anna Kendrick, Santa's daughter, goes to find him to save Christmas, because I don't know if their dad dies or what happens, but he did.
He did.
Okay, so he has to be back to be Santa, and so she goes to find him to save Christmas and stuff. It's really cute. I liked it a lot.
The best moment in that whole movie is when she finds that girl and she starts doing sign language and she doesn't even know that she's doing it. I cried.
Yeah.
I was like, how dare she make me cry right now?
I don't know why when you said the best part, I was thinking about when she's in the
freezer.
The grocery store, and the
Yeah.
girl's like, I like your yoga pants. She goes, I like your yogurt pants too.
Your yogurt pants. I like when she's trying to go through all the slushies and she's like, this is fun. And then she just lets it all go.
Oh gosh, yeah. So funny. It's a good movie.
So many good parts.
Two other movies that we didn't actually talk about on our first recording. Home
Mhm.
Alone, the Home Alone series.
Classic.
yes, those
Only
are my
one and
favorite
two, though. We
classics.
don't talk about three, even though Scarlett
I
Johansson's in it.
I was gonna mention that I like Home Alone 3.
Seriously?
When I was a kid, I really liked it. Yeah.
Oh man,
I
even as a
liked it.
kid, I didn't like it.
Really?
Yeah,
No, I
not a fan.
yeah, no, I really liked it.
ScarJo,
And now there's
though.
another one. Now
Yeah,
there's
no, I
it's
haven't
number
watched that one yet.
4, Home Sweet Home. It's on Disney Plus.
Yeah, no,
I don't watch
haven't.
that one.
I haven't watched
Oh
it yet.
no, here's okay. No, oh my god.
How
Home
many has there
Alone
been?
1, Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, Home Alone 3,
Mhm.
which has Baby ScarJo, Home
Mhm.
Alone 4, who I don't even know what that one's about.
There was
And
one in
then
2012.
2012, Home Alone, The Holiday Heist. And then now it's Home Alone, Home Sweet Home Alone.
Why is there so many? Only the
What's
first
Home
two
Alone?
are
What's Home
valid.
Alone 4 about? I don't remember
I
Home Alone
I
4.
don't remember that. All of these are no, we just need to stick with Macaulay Culkin.
Oh, this says amid his parents' impending divorce, Kevin McAllister must foil his old nemesis, Marv, and his wife, Vera.
What? Marv got married?
Yeah.
Whatever
Their
happened to
plot
Joe Pesci?
to kidnap a crown prince despite opposition from his dad, Peter, Peter's fiance, Natalie, and Natalie's but what is all of this? What is this?
I don't know about this. I don't like this.
Yeah, I
don't like it.
like it either. But
Considering
I liked Home
Marv
Alone,
is a different person too, no.
but I liked Home Alone 2 or
Home
Home
Alone
Alone
2 is my favorite.
Not Home Alone 2. I liked Home Alone 3. I liked Home Alone 2, yes. But Home Alone 3 I thought was so funny with his little race car and the thing he does
Oh
with
yeah,
the
race
remote,
car.
the race car, but with the remote, and he's like changing the neighbor's channel.
Oh yeah, I
it's
remember
so,
that.
That movie's underrated.
I
It's
remember that.
so funny.
You know, I'll give it a chance. I'll watch it again.
You should watch it
I'm
again.
gonna watch it
because
again, but Home Alone
it's
2 is
so
like a
funny.
staple in my house. Like
Well, yeah. Home
like,
Alone, yeah.
we love Home Alone 1, but Home Alone 2 is where it's at.
Yeah.
The part
Home
with
Alone
the
2 is really
turtle
good.
doves, stop it.
Oh my gosh. And the bird lady.
The bird lady.
They go to like the symphony.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, no, I liked Home
so
Alone 3. I think you
cute.
should give it another watch because there are some funny things in it.
Fine.
Him changing the channel. I just remember watching it as a kid and him changing the channel on his neighbor's TV was so funny
Yeah.
for some reason.
All right, I'll do it.
And he's cute.
You
And it's
convinced
not
me.
the same, and it's not the same family. They're not trying to play it off as McAllisters.
Okay.
They're a different family.
His name's still Kevin.
No, his name's
Oh.
Alex.
Oh. I don't
Yeah.
remember. I gotta be honest. I watched it like maybe once.
And I think there are 4 bad guys. There's a woman.
Okay.
And yeah, no, it's I think it's really funny.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So those were your at it.
Yeah, add that. Anyways,
Okay.
then How the Grinch Stole Christmas, like the Jim Carrey one.
Oh, classic.
How did we not
talk about it?
So funny.
I mean,
I've been
classic.
seeing right now a big trend on TikTok is people going to Universal Studios and seeing
Yeah,
the Grinch. And that
guy
Grinch
is
is
spot on.
to the Jim Carrey Grinch, and it
Yeah.
cracks me up. That movie is
He's
so
really good.
funny.
Did you
So
see the
funny.
video on TikTok where he like threw the onion in the tree?
No. Did that happen
was
in
so
Universal
funny.
Studio? Or
Yeah,
is that,
somebody
oh,
gifted him an onion and he didn't know where to put it and he threw it in the tree.
oh, that's funny.
And it was the best thing. I was like,
every
that's
time
so
every
Jim
time I
Carrey,
see
like,
those videos, it cracks me up
he's
because
so
he's
good.
He's
So
so
good.
good. Yeah.
I'm waiting for like him to unmask and it's really Jim Carrey.
I don't know because I saw one with a guy who did not sound like Jim Carrey.
Yeah. This guy, he's
Because obviously at these parks
they switch out.
they switch out, but one guy does sound exactly
He
like Jim
sounds
Carrey.
just like him.
Yeah.
No,
And they
that
look
movie's
like-
classic.
They look like they wear just as much makeup as he wore in the movie.
Yeah.
Like I
I
can't
mean,
imagine
it's
the
a
process
lot.
for that. Yeah.
That's a
Because it's got
lot.
prosthetics and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways, those are my favorites. So let's get to your long list, Colette.
My long list. I mean, I got some, they're unconventional. That's the thing about my list. Like, my favorite Christmas movie is Love Actually. And I know that that's like a lot of people's, they always talk about Love Actually, but I love that movie so much.
Yeah, confession, I've never seen it.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen enough clips to like know what it's about. Yeah.
But Snape is in it.
And Professor
Snape.
Trelawney.
And they're
Professor
together. They're
Trelawney.
married.
Yeah,
Get that
Professor
one.
Professor Snape's in a lot of movies I haven't seen.
Yeah. And then, okay.
One of which we'll talk about later in this.
Right,
episode.
right. My other favorite is The Family Stone, which I feel also does
Oh,
not
I don't
get
think
enough
you
love.
brought that. I don't think you brought. No, is that the?
That's the one with Rachel McAdams.
That's not the one that you mentioned in recording number 1 about Thanksgiving, was it? No, that was a different one.
No, that's an honorable mention.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, but Family Stone is basically Dylan McDermott brings home Sarah Jessica Parker to meet his family, and they all hate her.
Oh, so mean.
And and he like wants to ask her to marry him and everything, but like his whole family just does not like her.
Oh, and he wants his mom's ring, right?
And he
Or
wants
grandma's
his
ring.
mom's ring,
Yeah.
and she like brings in reinforcements that is her sister, who is Claire Danes. And I mean, like, everybody is in this movie and it's
Yeah, yeah.
so
Rachel
good.
McAdams is in that
She's
movie.
so good in this movie.
Yeah.
And speaking of Claire Danes, she is in my honorable mention. It is technically a Thanksgiving, well, no, it is a Thanksgiving movie, but I technically say it's a holiday movie, Home for the Holidays. Very
Mm.
hard to find, but very funny. We have a baby Robert Downey Jr., Claire Danes, and Holly Hunter. And it is just basically a chaotic family dinner.
I love chaotic family movies.
It's so chaotic and
You
I
know, it's a
love it.
really good chaotic family movie. This Is Where I Leave You.
Great movie.
So good.
So good. So
I
good. That's
could
the one with
watch that
Tina
movie.
Fey. Tina Fey, Jason Bateman,
Adam Driver.
Adam Driver. That's right.
And
Yes. He's
Jane
like the
Fonda's
douchey
their
brother.
mom.
Yeah, such a good
Yeah.
movie.
John Ralphio's in it.
That's one of those movies I'll like recommend to people and they'll be like, I've never heard of that.
It's so funny.
So good.
I could
So
watch
good.
that movie over and over
I
again.
just I could too. It's really
super
good.
good. It's really clever.
That's how I am with this one. So it's like it's not as sad as that one because there are some heavy parts.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
there
like
are.
this one, it's like there are parts of this movie that we quote all year round. And everybody always talks about, oh, there's so many Christmas movies, but no Thanksgiving movies. This is like the only Thanksgiving movie, like
You know,
legitimately.
yeah. A movie that is not a Christmas movie that my family likes to consider a Christmas movie that we quote all year round. It's an 80s movie starring John Cusack, and it's called Better Off Dead. Have you seen that movie?
Yeah,
They
a long
have
time ago.
prominent Christmas scene,
Okay.
and we quote it all the time, especially like, okay, so in the movie, his neighbors have a foreign exchange student from France. And his neighbor is just like this character, and she's got like a Janice from Friends voice.
Oh, that's the best.
And so the foreign exchange student can speak English, but they act like she can't. So the neighbor is like in this Christmas scene. She's like, "Do you have Christmas in France?" And then she grabs her face and is like, "Christmas, Christmas." And so we say that all the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. And then there's a scene in it where like throughout the whole movie, there's like this fight between the paperboy and the dad, because the paperboy always breaks the windows on the garage. And so in the Christmas scene, he brings his wife out and he's fixed all the garage windows, and the wife goes, "Oh, you fixed the windows. Oh, it's a Christmas miracle." We say that all the time.
It's hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah. We quote that all year long.
There's
so many.
That's how this movie is for me, even though I know it's Thanksgiving, but you know,
It's a holiday movie.
I feel like Thanksgiving just gets left out. Nobody talks about it. But this one is very hard to find, I will say. I actually bought it on DVD.
So is Better Off Dead.
Yeah.
That movie's really hard to find. I don't even know where. Let's see.
You can rent Home for the Holidays, but you cannot like buy it digitally. You have to buy the DVD.
Really?
Yeah. You can rent it for like $2 or something like that on Amazon right now, but Amazon's the only one that has it. It's so weird. But anyway, and if you can't tell, I do like a good ensemble Christmas movie, because my next choice is Love the Coopers. Another smaller movie that doesn't get a lot of attention, has a young Timothy Chalamet in it.
Oh, baby
like
Timmy.
Very baby in it. Olivia Wilde. Okay. It's another family Christmas movie. Everybody has a problem. I like those kinds. We're here for it. Classic, The Holiday.
That's a good one. I've only seen that once. But
The Holiday. Good. I mean, you have Jude Law looking gorgeous as always. Jack Black being amazing. Like, I fell in love with Jack Black in that movie. Just wanting to compose things for her. Also, like her best friend being the little old man next door. Adorable.
I've only seen that movie once a long time ago. Is that Kate Winslet, or is that...
You've only seen it once?
Yeah.
Okay, no. You need to fix that.
Excuse me, ma'am. Have you watched Never Let Me Go?
Not at this moment, but we will be getting to it.
Exactly.
I know.
Exactly.
Okay, fine. Okay. Another one, obviously a classic, the Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Santa Claus.
Love the Santa Claus.
Love the Santa Claus movies. And Elf.
Good one. I remember watching Elf in theaters.
So do I.
I
I went for my
remember
birthday.
watching Elf in theaters because I think it came out. Okay, so Elf came out at the same time as Finding Nemo. And I remember going to see Finding Nemo in theaters and then realizing Elf was really popular and then going to see it next. Because I know
Really?
that, because I remember going with a friend and we had to decide, do we want to go see Elf or do we want to go see Finding Nemo? And we went and saw Finding Nemo and then, or maybe it was reverse. I don't remember. I think, I don't know, but they're both in theaters. I love Elf. Elf
I
has
love
my
Elf.
favorite quote of any Christmas movie.
Which one?
And that is, bye, buddy. Hope you
Hope
find your dad.
dad.
And he goes, thanks, Mr. Narwhal.
I love it. Through the candy, what was it? The candy drop.
Candy cane forest.
Candy cane
Cane
forest. So funny. Yeah, I remember going to see
the
it.
sea of swirly twirly gumdrops.
Yep, that's it. The gumdrops. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah,
And
no,
then
I
Peter Dinklage
love
in that movie.
Yes. Oh, Call Me an Elf one more time.
So funny.
Good. I love that movie so much.
That's a good one.
And that's saying so, like, you know, I Will Ferrell, small doses. Love Elf though. Love Elf.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a lot more, but I like a good cheesy one. Noel is on my list too, but I like a good cheesy one like Night Before Christmas on Netflix with Vanessa Hudgens. A literal knight travels back in time or to the future.
Those are those cheesy Christmas movies.
I love it. I love a good Hallmark.
You know what? I decided, you know when people say that a neighborhood has cookie cutter houses?
Yeah.
I think Hallmark creates cookie cutter Christmas movies because they're all the same.
Literally, they have a movie called Cookie Cutter Christmas.
Shut the front door.
No, I am serious. It's called Cookie Cutter Christmas.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. There was one like we like to watch. I know we like to I watch it with my mom. We like to like love hate watch with them. Like we'll watch it. My sister and my dad can't be around us because we'll watch it and we'll be like, why is she doing that? My mom will be like, to find love, obviously.
No, my mom has to watch her Hallmark movies alone.
Oh, see, me and my mom have to watch it together.
She watches them in her craft room.
I love it.
By herself, and we are okay with it. Okay, well then those are our favorite movies. So let's get into least favorite.
Least favorite.
Because I mean, there might be people, Colette is a Christmas movie queen. She loves it, but she even has a least favorite movie. Everybody has a least favorite movie. And it's funny because Colette and I have the same least favorite movie.
Yes,
and that movie is rooted in my childhood, and that movie is A Christmas Story. I don't care.
I hate it. I hate
Do
it.
not like it. I don't like that movie. I don't want to watch it. I don't even want to hear it in the background.
24 hours is too much.
My parents will turn on TBS and just leave it on.
No, there's like funny
all 24 hours.
There's funny parts in the movie, but I cannot watch the whole movie. I love when he says fragile. I think that's so funny.
I think
something
it's funny
my dad would say, but like
I think it's funny to quote it, but I don't care to watch it.
It's a movie that you have to watch to get the jokes. And then once you watch it, you don't have to watch it again.
Ugh, my parents love it so much. And I just don't like it. I don't think it's funny. I think I don't know. It's like that weird borderline old movie because it's not like classic to me, like It's a Wonderful Life or Miracle on 34th. I don't like that movie. I don't want to watch that movie. And I'm going home for a week and I guarantee that movie's going to be on the screen several times. And I'm going to walk out of the room.
Godspeed. Do you know what movie I like don't? It's not that I don't like it. I just can never get through it. Is The Polar Express.
Oh, I don't like that movie either.
I cannot get through it. So I can't hate it because I've never watched it.
I have not watched it all the way through, but my mom likes that movie too, and I do not like it. And it's the animation. Their faces are weird.
So
they have black shark eyes.
Yeah.
And it makes me motion sick too. I don't know why.
I don't know. I've never watched it all the way through. So I can't have too big of an opinion, but I just know I don't like it.
I I'm glad we're on the same page. My also least favorite, and we're not on the same page, is Colette. I do not like Hallmark movies, and it was
Terrible.
kind of obviously obvious.
Shame.
Yeah, no, don't like Hallmark movies. Don't like A Christmas Story, and don't like Polar Express, which is really sad because those are my mom's three favorite
And you have
things.
to endure those during the holiday season.
Mommy, I love you so much, but you might be the reason I don't like them because you play them a lot.
That's so funny.
She likes a good Home Alone, but I like Home Alone
Who
too.
doesn't like Home Alone?
I don't want I you know I
I
don't
would
want to
love it
watch
if
them
somebody
over and
told me
over
they
again.
didn't like Home Alone. I would like to know the reason why.
I don't know. Maybe they don't like that the parents keep forgetting that kid.
So I know you have least favorite Christmas movies, but do you have some TV episodes that slay?
Yes, I do. I do. Yes. Okay. So my favorite holiday episodes of TV shows are always really great. You know, they're
Yeah,
always those are always fun.
like especially
Halloween
sitcoms and
episodes.
stuff. Like they do it right.
Yeah. Right.
They do
Exactly.
it right.
There's one episode of a TV show that sticks with me and it's a classic and it makes me crack up. And that is season 9 of The Office, Dwight
Yes.
Christmas.
Yes.
Dwight Christmas is so funny. So basically, Dwight is the office weirdo. For people who don't watch The Office, Dwight's the office weirdo. His family is like Dutch, Pennsylvania, Dutch German. And so borderline like Amish kind of, but he's not like that, just his family is. And so he, throughout the whole series, will bring up the most random, like Dutch traditions that are just like super weird. And so they allow him to plan the office holiday party, and it's Dutch Pennsylvania style. And so it's very folklore and weird. And there's a character he comes in dressed as, not Santa Claus, he comes dressed as a mythical character called Belschnickel, who is basically like this guy dressed in a ton of pelts, like a mountain man dressed in pelts and stuff. And he has a switch and he hits kids that are naughty, and but he'll also give treats to the good kids or whatever.
Is so
The
good.
Office knows how to do a Christmas
They do.
episode. They're
So does
so
Friends.
funny. Friends knows how to do a Thanksgiving episode.
They do, but I mean, Holiday Armadillo.
It is
You know-
funny though that Thanksgiving was their
Thanksgiving was their thing. Like
thing.
sitcoms do it well, but my favorite, Glee never missed on a Christmas episode, and their songs were the best. Just saying.
I do
Throwing it out
like
there.
listening to their song recordings during the holiday.
I love a good Glee Christmas.
My favorite Christmas song that they've recorded is Leah Michelle singing "Oh Holy Night."
Yeah,
So good.
Do you know what mine is? And it wasn't even in the episode.
I would like to guess.
Oh, please do. Let's see. It wasn't in. Okay, there's two of them that weren't in the episode.
Well,
that
"Oh Holy
I
Night"
love.
was not in the show until like the second to last season.
Okay, it wasn't that
But
one.
it was like released. It was released in like their first Christmas album, but they didn't put it in the show till way later.
There is Naya Rivera singing Santa Baby. Fantastic. It was actually a cut scene. It was a deleted scene, and it's somewhere circulating on YouTube, but it's so good. I love it.
Okay. Let's take a break real quick. And then we're going to come back with some controversial Christmas movie opinions. All right, we are back again, and we have a controversial topic to discuss. The big question every holiday season that everybody argues over: is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Full disclosure, I haven't seen it.
I have not either.
Oh,
But it is okay
it's
because
fine.
we can still discuss it. I will say that my brother thinks it's a Christmas movie, and he thinks it's his favorite Christmas movie.
Okay.
And a lot of people do, very opinionated on it.
It's a movie that happens during Christmas.
You know, I don't ever really hear the other argument
I don't either.
a lot. I mostly hear from people who say it is.
So
But
I'm
you know
going to side with that.
You know who says it is not a Christmas movie?
Who?
Bruce Willis, who is the star
Oh.
of Die Hard. He says that it's not a Christmas movie. But I will say, you know what? Sure, it can be a Christmas movie. You know why? Because he saves Christmas for those people in that building.
I mean, he's like Santa Claus.
Yeah, he's like Noel.
He's like Noel.
He saves Christmas. He's like Jack Skellington. No, Jack Skellington ruins Christmas.
Anna Kendrick and Bruce Willis are the same person. How did we not put this together before?
Same movie, basically.
Same movie.
He's just
Noel is Die Hard.
The yoga pants, but
yeah, the yogurt pants.
So I'm okay with it. I'm okay with, if you want to call Die Hard a Christmas movie, sure. There are a lot of movies people say are Christmas movies or always watch around Christmas time that aren't Christmas movies. Case in point, Harry Potter. Harry Potter's not a Christmas movie.
It's not a Christmas movie. It happens just okay, because if you're gonna say that, there's a Halloween scene too. Technically, there's pumpkins.
Okay, in the air. I could go with Harry Potter being Halloween though.
I could kind of go. It's more so, yeah, it's more so Halloween than Christmas to me. I think that there's like winter in it.
Here's the thing.
But if we're doing winter, then Game of Thrones is Christmas.
Okay, well, they don't even celebrate holidays in Game of Thrones.
But anyway, that's during winter, and people don't call that a Christmas movie.
But here's with Harry Potter. There's only one big Christmas scene, and it's in the first movie, and it's not very long.
It's it, and it's just when he gets his sweater with the H on it. Oh, and there's the other one. Was it 5?
6.
6
with awkward Harry Ginny love. It's at the Weasley's house. It's after, because they bring Dad home, and
yeah. But like, that's not a Christmas movie, and they play it nonstop. Now, I love Harry Potter. Don't get me wrong.
Harry Potter too. We're gonna do a whole Harry Potter episode, but yes,
but why? It's not a Christmas movie.
No, not a Christmas movie.
No, it's forever going to be about that.
It's forever going to be a Christmas TV show. Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Christmas
they even
TV
branded
show.
It that way. They branded it that way for a reason.
I like it.
They want, but I wonder if they do a season 2, is it going to be Christmassy?
No.
So season 1 is a full on Christmas season.
Colette and I kind of think that there's going to be a season 2 of Hawkeye because we're caught up at this point. There's one episode left, and it just feels like they have a lot to resolve.
Well, it's either going to be another season or
lead into a movie.
I think they're all leading into movies, but
I don't feel like
another
Hawkeye,
story for another day.
So yeah, I'll get this out of the way though, because the next movie is obviously Multiverse of Madness. Yeah, but nothing in Hawkeye that's happened leads anywhere in that direction.
You know what? And I honestly don't know.
It could be another.
I feel like WandaVision did, but like not all the way. I feel like Doctor Strange is going to be like its own thing. I think all the events within each show is leading up to a crack in the multiverse, but we'll have to.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we don't have that long to find out.
When's it coming out?
They pushed it. Isn't it March now?
I don't know.
Or they push it again? I don't know, but I will fully take Hawkeye as a Christmas show.
Yeah,
episode.
It is. There's
that's how they marketed
Christmas. Well, the plot line's very based around Christmas. He's trying to get home to Christmas to his kids, right?
Right.
Yeah. We got off on a tangent, and I don't even know where that tangent started. Bringing it back. Well, that was it. That's a good way to wrap it up.
It is a good way to wrap it up.
We talked Christmas. Guys, we have been stopping this recording every break to make sure that it's recorded, and it has.
It has recorded this time.
It has recorded, and I have changed my microphone position. This is like the 4th time.
Nice.
I bought a new microphone, and I still don't like the way I sound. But we're not using the video from this recording, but if we did, you would get to see all the different innovative ways.
Speaking of Harry Potter, Sarah looked like a Dementor for a minute there.
Yeah, I had a blanket over me, and I've ended the podcast leaning really close into the mic, and I locked my dogs out of the room.
Sarah's going to start doing ASMR now.
Anyways, that's our show. Christmas movies. Thank you to everybody who listens to this episode and everybody who listened to episode 1. We got some great feedback.
Yeah, and it wasn't just our parents.
My mom was a big fan.
She was, but she wasn't our only viewer, so that's good.
She wasn't. And she also didn't finish the episode. And yeah, she's going to listen to this whole episode because I'm going to tell her that we talked about her a lot. So anyways, yes, thank you for listening. Give us a follow. We're on social media now. Twitter and Instagram. Our Twitter handle is _my_watchlist. Thank you, Twitter, for making us have to do that. Our Instagram, so much easier, On My Watchlist Podcast. Follow us both there. Also on YouTube, On My Watchlist. We are also same name on Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio. We were coming to Apple Podcasts, Google soon. As soon as I get it fixed.
All figured out. Yeah.
Yes. Also, be sure to follow each of us on social media. We are both on Instagram and Twitter. I'm at Broadcast Sarah. She's at Colette Garber.
Yep. Give us
That's
a
it.
follow. Give us a like.
Let us know if you have any feedback. I take it pretty well. Somewhat.
I do too.
I work in television. I get to
We've
read a
heard
lot
the
of.
worst.
I get to read a lot of nasty comments that people send because they like to. So
we work in
fine.
a business where we get critiqued a lot. So
we do.
that's
So
what we do.
yeah. Thanks for listening. Next episode, I was going to say next week, not next week. Next episode is going to be 2021, the year
in review.
Year in review, the year in film and TV. So yeah, that's it. That's all we got for you. So Colette, play that music.